Hey guys, it's MarshmallowGirl. Sorry I've been gone for so long. A few things happened quite quickly. As I mentioned before, I do work in retail, so November, December, and January are very, very busy months for us. And unfortunately, my work schedule got super busy, and then I caught Corona. So I was down for about a week with COVID. That was a lot of fun. Uh, so I've just been recovering. I'm feeling much better now, thankfully. Hopefully, I'll be able to go back to work very soon. And hopefully, by the end of maybe like the middle of January, end of it, my schedule will even out again and I'll have more time to record. But I'm going to take this chance while I have it. So, this is Black Mirror, or The Black Mirror. No idea what's going on. So, let's start a new game.
Dear Sam, it was not easy for me to find fitting words for these first lines that I hope you are reading, as well as it was not easy to find out where you were living. I hope that my letter will reach your hands as soon as possible, as there is not much time left. Since your departure, I have contributed all my efforts and endless hours of sleepless nights looking for the truth about our family. I feel that I'm already very close to beholding its full face, and I am concerned that I might not have the strength to look at it alone. Therefore I am turning to you, Samuel, for I know that you will hear out my plea. In this envelope, you will find the ancient ring of our heritage. It is very important that you always have it with you. Take extraordinary care of it. Please return to our manor and help me. I know my time is closing in. I can feel it. I am afraid.
Oh, crap! He meant his time was coming, like, right now. Like, immediately. Oh, okay. Chapter 1. Return of the Future. This is what happens when you don't keep the heritage ring? Oh.
We jointly returned to Black Mirror. The journey through the desolate countryside seemed endless. No one spoke a single word. When our glances met, they were full of deep sorrow. It wasn't merely grief, however, that was in our eyes. It was also a certain alienation that Victoria and Robert felt towards me. My unexpected return after more than 12 years gave them the freedom to ask all kinds of unspoken questions.
I am truly sorry about what happened.
Thank you, Hines. I don't know what else I should say.
Bring me some of your finest ketchup.
And now...
You need not say anything, Victoria. Today is a sad day for all of us. I think I will leave you alone now, if you will excuse me.
You don't have to go. You are a good friend to us, as you were to William.
I value your words, but I think I had better go now.
Please be our guest, I beg you.
I would be happy to, if that is your wish. I would like to skim through certain volumes in your library, if you would not mind them.
No, not at all.
Thank you. I will be in the library.
That was not hard to change his mind.
Bates, should Hines need anything, please be of help to him.
Of course. You can rely on that, madam.
Do not want to sound harsh, but I think we should leave you alone.
You are empathic as usual, Robert. I want to be alone with my thoughts for a while.
That is quite understandable. Samuel, would you see me to my study?
Yes, gladly.
Oh, Samuel, please stay. I'd like a word with you.
Certainly. Will you excuse me, Robert? We will talk later.
I will be in my study.
That's right, Robert.
Samuel, tell me, have you returned to stay with us for good?
To tell the truth, I haven't decided yet. Give me some more time, please.
Don't forget, we are still your family. You are a Gordon, and you belong here just like all the other Gordons before you.
Yes, I am well aware of that, but I need to put my thoughts in order. Perhaps then I'll be able to answer your question.
Oh well, I hoped you'd say yes. I'm not feeling well. Please excuse me now, Samuel.
Of course. I will go to my room.
Sir, I took the liberty to clean up your room. I believe you will be satisfied with the results. Here is the key. Your suitcase is already in the room.
So he didn't see his parents for 12 years?
Thank you, Bates.
Or are these his grandparents?
Victoria wants me to stay. Maybe I should have promised I would, but I haven't made up my mind yet. Maybe later. Bates has readied my room. I should go have a look.
That's weird, because, like, he just calls her Victoria, which is weird, because usually, unless she's a cousin, she must be a cousin then, because, like, if that was his aunt or his mother, he wouldn't refer to her that way. I mean, I would assume not, but I'm also not British, so I don't know. But I would assume that's some sort of cousin. Also, are they not questioning his death? Like, are they assuming it's a suicide?
The younger of the two brothers that began our dynasty.
Oh, he looks evil for sure. Oh, he is definitely haunting this place. Oh. What's this? William's mourning card? What if I get... Okay, guess I'll just go explore the monolith. That's just in this giant
The founding stone of
room.
the original castle that Marcus and Mordred jointly laid in 1206. It's made of a single piece of some strange stone, charged with a peculiar kind of energy, as William would say. The atmosphere of centuries long gone can be felt around it.
Okay. This one. I would not want to live in a house this big. Oh, I take it back. This guy's definitely evil.
Mordred Gordon, the heartless ruler of the dark ages of our history. His rule was ended by his own brother Marcus in 1213.
So, like, 4 years after they built this house, his brother murdered him? Huh. Oh yeah, he's definitely haunting it.
Family's coat of arms. It has been symbolizing our noble rights since the Middle Ages.
What's this book? Okay, apparently it's not important. Statue, also not important. Alright, let's go to the library. Let's talk to Heinz. Herman Heinz?
Doctor, can I have a word
Oh,
with you?
sorry. Dr. Herman Heinz. Was this like a PS1 game or like a very, like, this must have been like a 90s, early 90s, like,
All right.
PC game then. Oh, if I want to talk...
It's William. I know you were his friend and also his physician.
Yes, that applies to your whole family. So, what is it that troubles you, Gordon? You do realize that this is not the appropriate time to speak about William.
I don't believe it was an accident.
Well, it is strange indeed. Then why would he do it? And those burns?
What burns?
Numerous deeply burned areas. I have no clue as to their origin.
Go on.
No, Mr. Gordon. Come back tomorrow. I will gladly tell you everything. I really do not want to talk about this today.
All right. Then expect me tomorrow. I will certainly come back. Dr. Herman knows something important.
You
I
think?
have to talk to him tomorrow.
Okay. Yeah, I kind of figured that one out when you said, hey, come back and talk to me tomorrow.
This bookcase is full of old dust-covered books. I don't think I could find one that would interest me.
Anyways, you're just gonna drop a bomb like he had strange, deep burns on his body and be like, not today. Go sleep with this strange knowledge. That one of your beloved family members was probably murdered due to the fact that he had these weird markings.
Jeremy Gordon, William's father.
Okay. Well, then how were they related? Because wouldn't that make that his uncle?
Old books and scrolls. They probably fell off the pile on the chair.
And you apparently don't care about it, like, at all.
It's full of various parchments and old scrolls. I can't see any interesting ones.
Well, aren't you just a dull human being? If I come across a chest full of ancient scrolls, I am reading every single one of those. I'm at the very least going to pick them up and investigate them. Not just like, nah, ancient pirate treasure
A
map.
manually drawn map of the world from the 16th century. It seems like something's missing here.
Alright, so I gotta find a peg of some kind and do a puzzle.
Literary works. Renaissance. Lots of great books are among them. Maybe I'll read one of them sometime later when I'm resting.
Aren't you gonna go to bed? Like, you're gonna go up to your room to rest, right? Oh, I guess I have to load this part of the game? Even though I can clearly see it? Oh.
William's work table. He used to spend hours and hours at it, writing.
What's going on up here? What are these cherubs doing? Y'all wrestling over there? What's this thing in his hand? Ugh, it doesn't matter. They won't even let me click on the paper. Or the tapestry back there.
Of the Warm Hill Manor. The local parish has been here for a very, very long time. According to the oldest books and records, it has been here for so long that only the walls of our castle may remember its foundation. Marcus Gordon had the church built so long ago that the date has already been lost in the mists of time. Therefore, the actual age of the building can only be estimated. As in the past, there was no accurate record keeping. Should we hold to the views of respected historians, it was around 1215 AD that the church was built. It is thought that
Okay,
Marcus
I'm not going to sit
understood
here and
still
listen to
how
this
fate
entire
worked.
thing.
There is one thing, however, is more certain. It was this age that also gave rise to the academy at Black Mirror. As with Wormhill Church, it was Marcus who was responsible for the construction of such a significant building. The new academy, with its vast library, was supposed to serve as a knowledge base for all the people. It was also a safe place for depositing the chronicle of the Gordon family that Marcus ordered his wise men to protect. In this, however, fate was not kind to Marcus.
Okay, we're just going to go ahead.
If Garm
This is going to take like 10 minutes. There's going to be an entire episode on it.
Marcus
Oh no.
It is thought one thing, however, in this, however, the whole, despite the when they saw not everyone was willing to, if it hadn't been for a few brave souls, however, Garmoor Gordon perished in the fire at the age of 45. There was no one left. Consequently, the Father Matthias took meticulous care of that holy man. The people of Garmoor Gordon are, since those times, recorded by hand of Jeremy.
Okay. Let's not do that again.
Just more books.
If there was something important in there, I'm officially going to have to miss it, because it's going to take like 10 minutes for him just to read that.
There's no point in skimming through these books. Not one of them can help me find out what happened.
Well, if did they package up the letter he was writing and send it to him? Because if he did, you'd think he'd be just a bit more in a hurry to figure out what happened. Oh, okay, if I double click, he just automatically walks through the area. Cool. That's the dining room. Did I come from the common room? Okay, clear wasn't in here earlier. Oh.
Fresh apples and a few sweets.
Oh, I'm taking a sweet.
Almond sweets from Switzerland. I like these best.
Great minds think alike, Sam. We've got this covered. We're totally going to figure out the secret to your family's weird mansion.
Don't seem to be working, showing 7:30.
Yeah, it's just the clock. Okay. Let's go into the kitchen. Hey, isn't that a spice grinder? I think it is. Weird old spice grinder. Just let me have all the keys, so that way I can just get into any door.
Probably the cellar key. I'll leave it here. Bates might need it.
Screw Bates. I want it. I'm a Gordon. I'll take all the keys if I want to.
Various kinds of spices and cooking ingredients. I'm not going to make a mess out of it for Bates.
Okay. Who actually hangs their garlic? I've never done that. I've never known anyone who's ever done that. And what is this demonic picture up here? What in the hell is this? This right here is why y'all's house is haunted. Get rid of that immediately.
The dining table of the servants.
Oh, I see now. Now see, the cloak here looked like some sort of demon to me. And then his face was just like being eaten by the demon as far as I could see. I realize now, however, it is just an old dude in a cloak. Never mind, you can keep the picture. I just need to get my eyes checked.
Makes all the meals. He's a very good cook. At least I won't go hungry.
This kind of looks like a small kitchen for such a big house. Can I go in the cellar? Or are you going to tell me, there's no reason to go in the cellar?
The door is locked.
Alright, so grab the cellar key.
Probably the cellar. I'll leave it here.
Okay, I guess I'm not allowed to have... Oh. Okay.
It must be centuries old. It invokes a rather queer feeling in me.
That's the summer house? I thought a summer house was like...
I used to play in it when I was a little kid. Back then, it wasn't so stagnant and neglected.
Because you usually think of a summer house as being like a house you go to vacation during the summer. I would have called this like a pagoda? Is that the correct word? Promenade? No. Gazebo. That's the word I was looking for. I would have called this a gazebo. But I'm also not fancy, so... I thought it was in the rear guard. Okay. Oh, that's upsetting. Yeah, I don't want the naked, armless lady hanging out in this fountain. Oh, I don't like this fountain at all. I don't like anything about this house.
Its water used to be crystal clear. I'll tell Henry to clean it up. It can't stay this dirty. The fallen tree has surrounded it completely. There's no way to reach it.
Yeah, there's no way to reach it through these big gaps. Oh, there's gonna be horses. Take me to the animals.
I have to go around.
What? Okay, so there's another way over here? Oh, I guess I'm going to the stairs. Yeah, y'all's house is not... I mean, this is cool looking, but your house is not inviting. Why are you burning leaves over here? Is this legal?
Smoke from the leaves smells nice.
Who are you? Let's talk. Oh, okay. Hey, Henry.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir. My name is Henry. I take care of the garden. It's not an easy job. I don't have anyone to help me. But you probably wanted to speak about something else, sir. What can I do for you, sir?
I would just like to ask a few questions.
But he said that Henry needed to clean up the fountain, so he already knew who Henry was, but Henry's never met him? I don't know. At your relative's funeral seems like a weird place to mention, oh, by the way, we have a groundskeeper named Henry.
Why doesn't anyone maintain the rear garden?
I don't know, sir. Probably because nobody ever goes there.
And what about the fountain? There used to be fish in it once. I have no problem with the rear garden as such, but I want you to clean the fountain.
But, sir, isn't that rather futile? I mean, it can't even be seen from the front. It's going to be a lot of wasted work.
Either you clean it by tomorrow, or you can start looking for a new job.
What a dick.
As you wish, sir.
What an entitled asshat this guy is. He just told you he takes care of your giant grounds all by himself. If you want it cleaned so badly, why don't you go do it yourself? What? You freaking trust fund prick? Dude. Oh my god. Now I don't even want you to...
Tell me, Henry.
I don't want to be... No, we're
what
not
did you
saying
think of
mind.
William?
I didn't really know him, sir. I'd scarcely seen him.
You have worked here every day and you hardly saw him?
Well, you see, Sir William wouldn't go to the garden very often, and I only do what Madame Victoria tells me. Bates was the only one allowed in his study. He wouldn't let anyone else in.
Is there anything else you can tell me about him?
I don't really feel like talking about him with you.
Why not?
How would I put it? Everyone reckoned he was a bit of a loony. You know what I mean.
Go on.
I don't really want to talk about it with you, sir. Please ask someone else.
What does that mean? Why would anybody perceive William as mad?
Yeah, that's not... Like, you haven't been here in 12 years. Wouldn't absolute terrible human being to come in and just start making demands of the help. Someone who you've apparently just met for the first time. And especially if you don't have any intentions of staying here. Why are you going to make him do a bunch of work to clean up this fountain and then just leave? Obviously, the people who live here don't care about it. Ugh.
How long have you been working here, Henry?
About a year, sir.
The garden seems rather deteriorated. Everything used to blossom around here, but now...
I'm trying hard, sir, but I can't get everything done just by myself. This garden is really a lot of work, sir.
I will leave you to your work.
Oh, you're going to finally stop yelling at him? Ugh. I guess we'll go to the greenhouse instead, because it's here. Yeah, your demonic red trees look, real inviting.
It looks like blood. How is this possible, though?
Well, I mean, if someone left the grinder running and an animal was to fall in, or if they're making some sort of...
Full of leaves. Henry has plenty of work taking care of the garden.
So maybe go retract your request to clean the fountain then, because you now know he's very, very busy with all of these leaves from your 15 billion trees on your property. Also, if he's scooping them up, why is the grinder here? Maybe he's... I don't know. I guess he was grinding the branches? Seems awful tiny for that, though.
The wood is ready to go into the grinder.
I could help, but I'm not going to.
The door is locked.
Alright, well, we'll go back to the staircase. Alright, let's go up the stairs. Guess we'll head towards the main entrance then. Yes, I want to go to the stable. That I can apparently only reach from this side of the house.
This is the place where William took his last breath. I won't leave before I find out the truth.
Okay. Whoa, wait. What the heck's this? This looks important. This looks like something drawn in blood. Okay. I guess we're just going to ignore it.
It's dry. No one has taken water from it in a long time.
Let's talk to Morris.
My name is Samuel Gordon. You are Morris, the groom, aren't you?
Yes, sir.
You get married?
I know who you are. Bates told me about you.
I would like to ask you about something, Morris.
God, all the character models down here just look horrifying.
The gardener, what is he like?
Henry? A quiet type of person, I'd say. As long as he's sober, that is. You know what I mean.
I was unaware of his drinking.
You can bet on it, sir. When he's in the mood, he closes himself in his room and drinks until he can't lift his head. Usually, he just sits there, staring at nothing and drinking. I'd say that is quite odd, isn't it?
Odd indeed. He does not seem like a drunkard to me.
Well, you can trust me, and you're bound to see for yourself anyway.
You have not been here in 12 years. You have never met Henry. You had one conversation with him. What do you mean you didn't know about his drinking problem? Of course you didn't know about it. You haven't been here. And William's funeral seems like a really strange place to bring that up. So
Morris,
yeah.
How did you get along
Oh.
with William?
Well, like a groom with
horse owner. Okay, I guess. He's only spoken a few sentences to me in all the time that I've been working here. I mean, I saw him very seldom.
I see. What can you tell me about Bates?
What do you want to know about him?
Well, I don't know exactly. He's different from when I knew him.
To me, he seems
Almost
to
like
be
he's
the
in
same
mourning
all the time.
over the death of a
The
friend
same
or a very
old
long-time
standoffish
employer.
mope.
He wasn't like that before.
That's possible. I've only known him for the couple of years that I've worked here.
So how many years have you been working here?
Almost 5.
I will go then.
All right, sir.
I will go then. Yeah, you don't sound like a robot or anything.
It's used so seldom, it's locked up.
The one promise this game had, interacting with horses, and you've taken it away from me.
The bags are full of dry hay. They should be carried off into the stable before it starts raining.
Wait, is there actually something in the stable then? Wait, isn't that the door to get the horse out? Are you not taking your horses out? That's cruel. Take your horses out, bro.
It's rusty, but it works.
So what's in the drawer? Okay, can I have this hammer?
I don't need to repair anything.
Didn't ask you if you needed to repair anything. What about this metal box?
Screws, nothing I need.
Then why can I open this drawer? I'm assuming later on I'll need it. Oh, there's a bottle.
Red wine from our cellar. How did the bottle get here? I'll ask Morris where he got it.
Gee, I wonder if perhaps the alcoholic brought it in here, dude. The alcoholic you were just specifically told about.
Family's coat of arms.
Yeah, and your broken wagon.
It appears stable, but I'm not going to climb up.
It
The horses is in there, and that's Morris's responsibility.
looks stable. I still don't like you, Sam. But I do get what you did there.
I don't want to get dirty.
Oh, I can't even interact with the horses. I'm so disappointed. I guess I'm taking this bucket with me.
Water for the horses.
The horses you apparently don't take out? I mean, I don't know. I've never owned a horse before, but I know horses are big. So I would assume this door, that's not much bigger than him, isn't going to cut it for getting these horses out. So, unless there's another door we didn't see, they're not letting those horses out of those stables. And that is the cruelest thing I've seen so far in this entire game. Nothing else will surpass that. Animal cruelty is always the worst. Come here, Morris. We're going to talk.
Morris, do you have a moment?
Damn, look at him look at him one arm chop that wood.
Morris, I've noticed you have a bottle of wine on your workbench in the stable.
Wine? I sometimes take a sip when it's cold outside, but never during work.
It appears to be our vintage red. Where did you get it?
Well, Sir William gave it to me some time ago. Just this one bottle.
Really?
Yes, sir.
All right, Morris. I do not believe that William would have given away some of our best wine. Morris must have gotten it some other way. I will go then.
All right, sir.
Again, with the our wine thing, this is the family you apparently abandoned for 12 years. Why don't you calm down? People change a lot in 12 years. And if you've not visited them or talk to them or whatever, then there's a good chance he might have done something. Especially when they're getting older like that. There's a good chance he did something he wouldn't have normally done or wouldn't have done when you were here. Stop acting like you know everything, dude. You know nothing.
This door leads nowhere. The lower floor of the old wing of the castle is behind it. The entrance has been walled up for years.
Well, then that doesn't lead to nowhere. That leads to the old castle. Also, why do you have something as awesome sounding as the old castle walled up? I don't want to actually go to the... Okay, I guess I'm going upstairs.
I have no idea what I'd be looking for in there.
Oh, look at it. Looks like George Washington.
Jennifer, the wife of Tobias Gordon. Robert didn't have lunch with us. He just had something brought in here. Today's paper. I'll have a look. There seems to be a note of some sort inside. Robert, I have only now received your letter.
Whoa.
That permanently drunken goof whom you have paid to be the messenger brought it late. I will take care of your parcel as usual. Do not worry. Fortunately, no one cares about anything in this godforsaken place. P.S. I suggest you give more money to that blockhead Mark next time. Maybe it will help him be more tardy.
Okay. Well, obviously, I already figured out it was the doctor. It says HH down here.
I'll put it back so that Robert finds it where it's supposed to be.
Alright. So, Robert's either A, involved in something illegal. Well, obviously he's involved in something illegal. But he may, in fact, be a drug addict. That's kind of what it sounds like.
Victoria is in the common room.
I didn't ask you where she was. I told you to go into her room. There's a difference.
I used to play chess here with William. I remember him teaching me my first moves, as if it were today. Robert presented this one to William.
Okay.
William's favorite canvas. Someone from the family painted it about 300 years ago.
How do you know that? I mean, it just says someone from the family, kind of implying that you all don't know which member of the family, which kind of implies that it could easily have not been someone from the family.
The ticking of the clock echoes throughout the corridor.
Okay. What's over here? A stair. Oh. I guess it's a loop. Okay.
Robert, may I speak with you for a moment?
Of course. I'd be happy to speak to you.
If you're not too messed
We
up.
haven't seen each other for such a long time. How many years has it been?
12, maybe more.
A long time indeed. I am happy that you have returned.
I have not come to
I don't
stay.
think we should go in his room.
I came only to be here for William's
Don't feel
funeral.
safe around this guy at all.
Really? That's a pity. I thought you would stay with us for a few months at least. Maybe you can still change your mind. So, what do you want to talk about?
Didn't he invite me over here?
What do you think about what happened to William?
That is a strange question. What should I think about him?
I don't believe it was an accident, let alone suicide.
I am afraid you are jumping to conclusions, Samuel.
Kind of like how William jumped out of that window.
No, but really, who would want to kill themselves in the autumn of their life? William was a very old man.
Look, William was alone in the tower when it happened, and the door was locked from the inside. So a stranger's intervention is impossible.
So why didn't he leave a letter?
That I do not know, and I do not even want to think about it.
And if there's one
I
thing...
get my thoughts away from William's death, and I absolutely don't feel like talking about it.
How is it possible that Robert is not at all interested in this? Am I the only one who wants to know the truth of what happened to
He just
William?
wants his inheritance, would be my assumption. But anyways, if there's one thing I've learned from watching a bajillion episodes of Murder, She Wrote, it's that there is absolutely and entirely possible that someone else killed him and then left the room locked from the inside. That is, in fact, not impossible, especially if the person knew how to climb. The outside of that wall was very clearly made of bricks I think you could stick your fingers into if you knew what you were doing. Also, it was high enough to the top. Just climb on the top, slide down the bottom. I don't know. I'm not smart, but I do know it's possible to do it because it's been done in like every murder mystery movie and every murder mystery TV show. And there'll always be an episode of that because it's always fascinating to find out how someone managed to lock a door and kill someone from the inside. Moving on.
The castle is falling into disrepair. How long can it last like this?
It has been standing here for hundreds of years, and it is not going to decay any time soon. It will outlive us, just as it has outlived our ancestors.
But the old wing is on the verge of falling down.
It was already on the verge of falling apart when I was born, yet it still stands.
Why hasn't anyone tried to restore it?
Oh, sure they have. About 100 years ago, Werner Gordon attempted to repair it.
Why are you saying attempted?
Well, he was not the first one who'd tried it. The new structure never lasted more than a couple of years. The original castle foundations that Marcus and Mordred jointly laid are within those walls. It is as though the old stones do not want to accept the new ones.
Strange, indeed. So what has been happening around here since I've been away?
Things are rather odd, but I have no recollection of anything special.
Are there any new families?
No, I do not believe so. In fact, the only person to have moved here is Dr. Herman. We also have a different groom and a different gardener than the ones you knew.
I've been away for 12 years, and all that has happened is that we have 2 new servants.
Well, no one is clamoring to live around here. You know that yourself.
Yes, nothing really has changed. It's almost scary.
I mean, they're being like really vague about where this is. I mean, obviously it's over in England somewhere. They all have British accents. But like like, is there a town near this house? Are they by themselves out here? It's not like there was an establishing shot. I don't know, maybe later on there's a chance to travel to a city or a village or whatever's nearby. Also, I don't know what year it is in the game, but I feel like with a little bit of advertising, you could probably get a bunch of people to agree to move to a quaint British countryside cottage. You know, like they're always, shown as being like really beautiful and peaceful. I don't think you people are trying hard enough if your goal is to get more people into the city.
Morris and Henry don't seem to like each other.
They've got some battles going on, but unless they bump into each other too often, they cause no harm. I don't really care about their silly problems.
I've got fancy ascot-wearing problems to deal with, like my drugs.
Morris says that Henry drinks quite a bit. I don't like that very much, to tell you the truth.
Neither do I. But there was no one else to take the job. So we have basically put up with that habit of his. He has not done anything wrong yet, anyway.
Not yet, right? I will go now.
All right. Feel free to come back if you need anything, Samuel.
I don't like the creepy way he said that. No. I'm gonna go to sleep and pretend I didn't hear you say creepy things to me. Also, there's a letter from the doctor in your newspaper.
The door is locked. Bates gave me his key. I can open it.
Why didn't you just open it in the first place then? Ugh. Someone broke the
This
mirror.
place hasn't changed at all, as though I were only away for a few days. Welcome home, Samuel.
This was your room? Are you sure this was your room, dude? I mean, maybe they remodeled it after he left. I don't know. Is that a thing? Is that a thing in fancy houses? Is that a thing to have a basin of water there? Just in the middle of the room? You guys have running water, right? Why do you have a basin of water just sitting there?
A collection of old pictures. I don't want to remember that time. I'll leave it alone.
Oh, cutscene. Someone died in a fire. Oh, I'm sorry. She went photo negative in a fire.
Forgive me, Catherine.
Well, I'm going to go on a limb here and guess Catherine was his wife who died in a fire. What is this on the floor? Oh, I guess it's just the carpet peeking through the rug. Okay.
Catherine would comb her beautiful hair in front of it every morning. It's best not remembered.
Okay, this room looking like this makes a bit more sense now that I realize him and his wife lived here. Because I was under the impression that, like, when he left, he was young. I mean, he might have been young, but I was thinking, like, turned 18 and just took off kind of young. But now I'm going to guess he was a bit older. So I guess it makes a bit more sense.
I only have a few necessities in it. I'll take the pills in case my head starts to ache again.
Okay. That was a prescription bottle. What kind of headaches do you get, bro?
William's portrait of my dear Catherine. She died in those horrible flames. And it was my fault. I will never forgive myself for that.
Well, if she died in a fire in this castle, I could see why he wouldn't want to live here. Also, I do know that there are prescription meds for, like, people who suffer from chronic migraines. I was just not expecting a prescription bottle. I was expecting, like, an aspirin-looking bottle.
I don't know who its author was.
Well, that's the author's fault for not signing it. I'm sure your family paid way too much for it. It's the old wing. Let's go to the balcony. Oh, yes. Why would vultures be flying overhead if his body's already been removed? Unless there's something else dead in that tower.
William had his study behind those windows. If I want to find out what actually happened, I must get inside somehow.
Well, if this place is as run down as... I just realized something. There's like a giant vampire skull just at the front door. This is probably one of like 18 different reasons why your house is haunted and is killing your... whoever he is, your relative. Also, back to what I was saying. This place is pretty run down, bro. You could probably just kick a door down. Or at the very least take an axe to it.
I hoped I'd never have to return here. I'll never forgive myself for Catherine's Marshmallow's death, for which I was responsible.
Did you
It
like...
should have been me that ended up in the flames, not her.
Did you start the fire? We did start
There's
the
nothing in
fire.
it, just dust. It's made of black marble.
Oh, here.
This one is long retired.
You can sit in this chair and think about your dead wife. Why would they still have electricity running here if it's, you know, burnt and people don't visit it? At the very least, take the light bulb out.
Destroyed by the flames. The door is locked.
Why? Okay. Well, we know Catherine died in a fire, and we know where she died. We do not, however, know... Sorry, things catch my eye and I get distracted. We, however, do not know if he, in fact, is the guilty party. The thing I was focusing on was these downward-facing arrows here, or spikes. That's like some trap room-looking shit. This entire house is just one giant safety hazard. Also, I don't know who picked the red on 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 red theme here, but let's break it up a bit. Oh, you didn't have to tell me the door was locked? Let's just go to bed.
I don't want to rest now.
Okay. Well, I do. So, that's going to be all for this one, guys. Not the most exciting game in the world, but I'm enjoying it, personally. I'm especially enjoying the voice acting because I cannot do voices. I can't do voices and I can't do accents. It's not in my repertoire here. So, you know, I hope you guys are enjoying it. I'm enjoying playing these games. You know? Even if nobody else enjoys watching me play, I enjoy doing it. So it's good to be back. I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, please like and subscribe. And I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye-bye.